Hey guys, Sipki here, and with me today I have this plastic glow in the dark trainer by YZH Go. Now, before we get into anything else, I want to say, I know I said that I would be posting much more often and much more consistently on my last video. That didn't exactly happen. I don't know. It was nothing serious. I kind of just I was not really in the mood of filming. Uh, I don't know. I guess I was just lazy. Anyway, um, I'm back at the same place where I filmed my last video, and as I mentioned in my last video, I would do a review of this thing. Now, I have no scripts. I didn't write any scripts. I just decided that I would go, you know, just um, what did Jesus Christ? See, I can't even. My brain's not even functioning properly. I'm just going to freeball it, you know. So this costs $12, or at least around 12 US dollars, and you can find it on Amazon. It's made of plastic. It glows in the dark, and it weighs, I think, 2.5 ounces. That's as far as the build specs are. But nobody's here for the build specs. It's plastic. Yeah, anyone could care less. Now the plastic is made out of resin, I think. It says plastic resin on the Amazon page. So I'm just gonna take that wood, take the wood from that. Now, for $12, this thing is definitely good for $12. I mean, it's plastic. It's a squiddy like. And yeah, the design is tied to a controversy, but it's nothing that bad. I mean, it was bad, but you're not contributing into any drama if you're buying this one right here. The drama, the drama involving the drama that I'm talking about happened quite a while ago, so I'm not gonna cover it on this video. I talked about it for a little bit on my last video, so if you want, my my insights or what I done, I can't speak. If you want my words and oh god, if you want to see me talk about the drama for I only talk. I didn't even go into details on drama. So if you want to know about this drama, if you somehow don't know about it, I suggest you just look it up online. You look it up on YouTube. But anyway, flipping. This thing is, I would say it has slightly handlebars, but you know, haven't owned a lot of Balisongs. I only have 3 good Balisongs if you're counting this one. So yeah, I'm already severely underqualified to do a review. But Um, I think I do have some. I think I can provide with some information that will help you decide whether you want to buy this or not, because I haven't actually seen anyone on YouTube review this thing. I've seen Will Hirsch unbox it, and they talk went and Will Hirsch, Brandon, and Ethan Blake Bias talk about this um for segment on their video. Not a segment, but they were unboxing cheap Balisongs, and this happens to be one of them. So yeah, that's how I found out about this Balisong. So if you wanna, I highly suggest you check out that video from Will Hirsch. I'm gonna link it down in the description, probably, if I don't forget. Yeah, I really suggest you go watch that video. Okay, yeah, I'm getting sidetracked again. This thing is slightly handle biased, as I said before. Now it is slightly more handle biased because I put this bite handle indicator on both handles, because I prefer it on both handles. Because if you were only to put one, you can definitely feel the difference in like balance between the two handles, which I don't like. So yeah, it flips well enough for $12. I think it's very. I think it's the flipping performance definitely worth more than $12. So you're already getting the best bang of your bucks here, if we're talking about just under $15 Balisong. Because in this price range, you're only gonna get cheap stainless steel clones. One of those clones about like Benchmade clones, the really shitty ones, or just the squiddy clones. And yeah, I wouldn't say this one is a clone. It is squiddy inspired, but no one's gonna mistake this for an actual squiddy. Yeah, it feels pretty great. It does whatever I'm telling it to do. It carries momentums. Okay, I can do that. It fends okay. It fends better without the bite handle indicators. Because it's more neutral that way. And yeah, it's pretty. I can't speak. It's actually pretty durable too. I've dropped this quite a lot of times. I've dropped this on tile, carpet, and tar road, and it's got some scuff. If I can find it, yeah, like that right there. If you can see that, and wait, I can't find it. Yeah, right there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's got some scuff. It's got some dents, but it doesn't. It's never affected the flipping in any way. Now I forgot to mention that this is on bushings, so you can just tighten the screws, the pivot screws, all the way, and it'll still swing. Now, let me get down for this. The fact that it is on bushings doesn't really help with the play. It has like quite a bit of play, even for a plastic Balisong. Yeah, there we go. And I'm not even like flexing the plastic here. That's just like the actual play of the Balisong. But it's $12. You can't really expect it to have like zero tolerance, or to have any. What am I saying? You can't expect it to have better tolerances than any of the higher end plastic Balisongs. Let me think of what I'm gonna say next, because I don't know, man. Right. Since we're talking about the durability, I want to talk about um the handle gap. Uh, the handle gap on mine has definitely gets got ha, ha, it has definitely gotten smaller a little bit, but that's because of my own stupidity. I, for some reason, squeeze the handle while it's open, and that create that indent, these indents right here and the zen nipple. So I definitely don't do that, but I've never seen it. I've never seen the handle gap decrease uh, since I squeezed it. I squeezed it and I realized that I shouldn't be doing it. It was already at this, size of a handle gap, and it hasn't decreased since. Now for the value, yeah, it's $12, dude. Like, it glows in the dark, and you have like quite quite a lot of options in terms of colors. You can get orange, pink, blue, or green, and then there are variations where you can have a different color blade on a different color sets of on a different color set of handles. There's like blue blue handles and pink blade, uh green handles and orange blade. That's the only two that I can remember, but I don't know if there's more. But yeah, really you get a really high of options of colors. What am I even saying? Right. One thing that I forgot to mention about the build is that this is definitely um injected plastic. It was the way it's made is that they take melted plastic, liquid plastic. I don't know. I'm not really sure how it 100% works, but they take plastic in its liquid form, and then they inject it into a mold, and then they let it harden in the mold. You can clearly see this, because on the it's quite evident of that, because of these little bumps in the end of the handle, and that little square right there. I'm not square. What the yo, that little circle. Oh my god. What am I? Sorry guys. ESO debuff. It's not a square. It's a circle. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, clown on me. Clown on me. Yes, yes. But yeah, if you're a beginner, or you're just, if you're looking for a Balisong that, you know, okay, let me start over. If you're looking into getting into the Balisong hobby, and you don't know what to spend your money on, and you don't want to spend a lot of money on something that you aren't sure yourself if you're gonna enjoy or not, this is definitely a good option. Now, it's not the best flipper, you know, it's, it's $12. It's $12, man. That alone should explain why it's a great option. It's $12. You can get it on Amazon. You can probably also get this on AliExpress somehow. I don't know if that's possible. Now, yeah, it's plastic. It doesn't look threatening at all, so you can bring it on planes. I'm pretty sure I haven't done that. It's very public friendly. Now, it's been 15 minutes. I've been recording for 15 minutes, and I think this is not a good video. I'm just gonna say that because it's all over the place. I don't have any scripts. I probably should have written any. I can't even speak. I probably shouldn't. I probably should have written a script for this. But yeah, that concludes my review of this thing. Buy this if you want something very cheap, but also something that can flip. So yeah, peace out.